Sir
Yun.
Bong, dapat ipa-try mo sa amin to. Lahat yung sinabi ni Miss Tanya, hindi ko pa yun natatry.
If you survive BF Homes, you can survive anywhere else. So, sobrang late makapasok ng gate ng BF. Number 1, passion. Number 2, determination. Number 3, hard work. And number 4, focus.
This video is sponsored by Aperture Philippines, Bluetti Philippines, and Airwheel Philippines.
Welcome to the very first episode of Pixelated, the official YouTube channel of Pixeloop Creative. Since napaka-special ng episode na to, we invited a very special guest. Isang dating actress and now owner of Cocina Estefania, Chef Tanya Montenegro.
Hello! Good morning sa kung sino man ang manonood out of the country. Good afternoon, good evening. Hello guys. Hello.
How are you, Miss Tanya?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you, Ari.
Before we start, konting backstory. Paano nyo nakilala si Pixeloop Creative?
Okay. Si Pixeloop kasi was introduced to us when we were just conceptualizing Cocina Estefania. Ang marketing arm namin was Immensity Philippines. So, when we needed to schedule for the food shoot, para magkaroon kami ng brand deck for the menu and everything,
Yes.
ang highly recommended nila talaga was Pixeloop. So, of course, we
Wow.
went with Pixeloop.
Around BF Paranaque lang din kasi si Cocina Estefania.
Yes, same. We're both, Pixeloop and Cocina is both in Aguirre.
Diretso na tayo sa Q&A portion natin for us to get to know more about Miss Tanya and of course, si Cocina Estefania. So, I prepared here a list of questions
Okay.
for Miss Tanya. So, are you ready, Chef?
Yes, go.
Alright. So, question number 1. So, from being an actress, paano po kayo napadpad sa mundo ng food business and paano nyo nasimulan si Cocina Estefania?
Being an actress naman talaga was never part of my plan. Aksidente lang kung bakit kami naging artista. Hindi ko naman sasabihin hindi ko nagustuhan, but it's not the field for me. Okay? So, that's why hindi rin ako nagtagal. And then, the whole family kasi from my grandmom, my dad, my mom, puro mahilig kasi magluto. So, yun na rin yung na-carry namin magkakapatid. All of us marunong magluto. Since growing up kasi naging very influential kasi yung grandmother namin sa amin. Kasi she stayed with us and she brought us up. So, most of the recipes talaga na nasa menu ni Cocina Estefania was handed down from my grandma, my mom. Tapos yung iba yung ibang menu doon, like the Filipino. The Spanish, I give it to my side of the family. Pero yung Filipino dishes ko doon, yun yung mga concoctions ko na. Kasi I needed to put some Filipino flair on the
Yes.
menu. How did Cocina Estefania come about? Post-pandemic, me and my partner, si Mike, we would post online kasi mahilig din siya magluto. So, we would post online weekends. Parang he'd open 10 slots for kalyos, 10 slots for lengua, yung ganyan. And then, 10 slots for paella. Until eventually, naging every week na, tumaas yung demand.
Oh.
Umabot na kami dun sa 50 slots for lengua, 50 slots for kalyos. So that's where we na parang okay, marami palang ganitong crowd within BF area, Alabang. So marami palang ganong crowd. That's why doon namin na-decide na we'll put up Cocina
Pero
Estefania.
siyang pre-order pa lang that time.
Yes,
Wala
yes.
pa si Cocina Estefania.
Wala pa. So, dun lang namin naumpisahan na, sige, let's put up na lang a restaurant. Kasi ang hirap din, ang hirap din ng delivery. Kasi, syempre, hindi mo controlled yung movement ng rider.
Yes.
Yung packet, sobrang ganda ng packaging mo, sobrang ganda ng kung paano mo
Masisira
present.
lang
Pagdating sa'yo, sira-sira na talaga. Kasi, paano mo gagawin? Alam mo, sisihin mo yung rider, di ba? So, that's why, parang, Cocina Estefania food, it's okay for delivery, but it's more talaga to be eaten in the restaurant.
Para siyang homey vibe din. kasi.
Yes. Actually, sa family, ang unang-unang venture out into food business was Nadia.
Oh.
Siya talaga yung nag-venture out sa food business. Nagtayo siya ng Kusina ni Nadia. And then, nagtayo siya ng parang restaurant, yung ganyan. Nagki-cater siya. Pandemic time, nagluluto siya. May mga mag-donate sa kanya ng pera. She'd cook for the soldiers na nasa highway.
Wow.
Yeah, sa mga frontliners natin. I-distribute niya yon. Sometimes umaabot kami ng 200, 300, hanggang 500 meals a day yung ginagawa namin nun. So, when we decided to put up Cocina Estefania, actually, ang ano namin, kaya yung first location namin, hindi masyado namin pinag-isipan yung first location. We were located on the second floor. Although strategic yung building.
Here na, sa
Yes,
Manila.
Aguirre na. Although strategic yung building namin, but we were on the second floor.
Mhm.
Kasi parang I was telling Mike na parang sabi ko, I'm not sure. I know I can cook,
Mhm.
but I'm not sure if I can, operate and
Yes.
run the restaurant at the same
Malaking
time.
commitment na siya.
Yes, it's sobrang commitment.
Mhm.
But then when we, nung nag-open na kami, and then, we started having come-backing customers, yung balik ng balik na
Yes,
customers,
oo.
yung ganyan. When we got to 1 year, parang, I decided to myself na parang, okay, I think it's about time na humanap kami ng mas magandang pwesto. Yeah, kasi we would cater to, most of our crowd talaga are senior citizens.
Pero Cocina Estefania na yung name niya? Or
Yes.
wala pa?
Cocina Estefania na
okay.
siya. Kaya now, the location of Cocina Estefania, although it's just across our old location, but it's on the ground floor na. So, mas accessible
Yes.
sa wheelchair, mas accessible sa yung mga hirap maglakad, yung mga ganyan.
That was very inspiring, no? Alam mo, si Pixel of Creative din po, nag-start siya during pandemic. Yan, kay Sir Marcos. Kasi nag-start lang siya, kinikwento niya sa amin, nag-start lang siya sa garahe niya, sa bahay. Then, same din kay Cocina, dumami yung orders, dumami yung clients. Need nyo na mag-invest sa isang lugar na andito na lahat. Dito na,
Yes.
tatanggap tayo ng client. So, nakita ko rin yung similarities ni Cocina and Pixel of Creative. And ang kailangan mo lang talaga is hard work.
Hard work.
Yes.
Hard work, dedication,
Sugal,
yung passion
no?
mo. Yes. Oo, siya kasi, it's not easy. It's not easy to run a restaurant. It's not easy to maintain the restaurant. Ang goal ko kasi is, first time mong kakain,
Yes.
okay, ito lasa ng food. But, crucial sa akin yung second time mong kumain. Para
Why?
sabihin, because you have to tell me that the food was as good as the first time you tried
Yeah.
it.
Parang
Or,
nag-set na ng standard.
yes, or the food is better now than it was the first time.
It's a matter of improving your craft. than before.
Maintaining actually.
Maintaining.
Yeah.
What makes Cocina Estefania worth trying? Ano ba ang inyong specialty? And ano yung pinaka-paborito mo as a chef?
Number one, it's a family menu. It's a family tradition. Plus, of course, the homey vibe of Cocina na parang nasa bahay ka lang.
Yes.
Okay? Number two, kasi hands-on ako. It's very seldom that you will not find me there. I'm always there, so I can attend to every request of the customer. Kunwari may request siya na, okay, for the kalyos, baka pwedeng walang chorizo bilbao. Cocina Estefania food is not pre-cooked. Like for the paella, it's made fresh every time you order. That's why meron kaming lagi na 25 minutes po ang paella. Kasi we cannot rush it.
Yeah.
Okay. We cannot promise you na in 10-15 minutes lalabas yung paella. We can't. Ang pre-cook lang doon, like for example, you order kalyos. Ang pre-cook lang doon is the ox tripe. But we do the sauce, we do the mixing of the ingredients upon order. Same goes with the lengua. Ang pre-cook lang doon is the ox tongue. But the sauce and everything, all the other, is done upon order. We do not pre-cook anything and then store it sa freezer. No. It's cooked upon order lang siya talaga. Very sensitive kasi ingredients nun. So, the best seller for, like you say, anong favorite? Actually, hindi ko favorite. Favorite ng crowd, favorite ng customers namin, of course, is the paella, lengua, and the kalyos for our Spanish. And then for our tapas, of course, the gambas, the salpicao, hindi mawawala yon. And then for the Filipino flair, our best seller talaga is the kare-kareng bagnet. the laing bagnet. Oo.
Laing bagnet.
Yes, laing bagnet, kare-karing bagnet, sinigang na bagnet, and the pinakbet.
Sir
Yun.
Bong, dapat ipa-try mo sa amin to. Lahat ng sinabi ni Miss Tanya, hindi ko pa yun natatry. Given na grabe yung pag-uspong ng different social media platforms today, and ang dami na rin businesses na naglilitawan, paano nakakasabay si Cocina Estefania sa new era of advertising?
I can proudly say that I do not spend money on social media agencies, yung mga ganyan. Kasi most of our customers talaga are word of mouth. Okay. Actually may tagline nga tong BF Homes eh. If you survive BF Homes, you can survive anywhere else. Kasi
Wow.
very shrewd ang market ng BF Homes.
Grabe.
Kasi, syempre, dahil sa sobrang higpit ng gate ng BF, sa sobrang higpit makapasok ng gate ng BF, parang cope up ka na ang magiging customers mo na lang palagi are BF residents, okay? But, that's, it may be the case most of the time, pero hindi rin for us kasi marami rin kaming customers that come from yung
Sa
parang,
labas.
pag nakikita nila ako sa counter, "Hi, Miss Tanya, you know what? Galing pa po kaming Cavite. Hi, Miss Tanya, you know what? Galing pa po
dumadayo
kami."
sila for Cocina Estefania.
The farthest customer na ano ko is from Pampanga.
Wow.
From Pampanga. Chef din siya. Pero kinailangan daw niya talagang kumain, especially nung napanood daw nila yung interview sa akin. Okay lang naman, no?
Yeah,
Ni
sure.
Julius Babao.
Yeah, I watch it.
Oo. So, yun. So, as far as Pampanga and all that. So, sa akin, it's more of word of mouth. I was just telling, Bong kanina na sabi niya, TikTok. Sabi ko, you know what? That's one thing I don't have. Wala akong TikTok. Kasi hindi ko siya alam, parang confused ako kung paano ko siya i-operate. So, but eventually, magpapatulong ako kay Bong para makasaano kami dun sa TikTok account.
Yeah, grabe
Yeah.
kasi ang audience ng TikTok
I
ngayon.
know, yeah.
Sobra.
Ang dami nga rin nagsabi sa akin na customers na, ay, may customer po kayong kumain pinost sa TikTok, kaya
oo.
nag-try po kami, gano'n.
At saka minsan kapag kami naghahanap, kung napadpad kami sa Tagaytay, hindi na kami sa Google nag-search.
Oo
Sa
nga,
TikTok na talaga.
Yeah, oo.
Restaurant in Tagaytay,
Yes,
ganyan.
oo. Yun.
Or-
So, I will try TikTok soon.
Ayan, abangan nyo. Cocina Estefania on TikTok.
Pero for now, kasi talagang word of mouth talaga.
At least, ayun nga, malaking foundation kasi yun eh. Na hindi ka nakadepende sa social media.
Yes, yes.
Kasi sometimes, marami na rin mga cafes ngayon na boom na boom siya sa social media. Ang ganda ng interior, ang ganda ng ganito, pero yung taste, yung
Yes.
food,
Yes.
na-disappoint sila.
Kasi there was one entrepreneur also that told me, don't rely too much on yung ibang nagvo-vlog
Yeah.
or yung ibang kasi
Influencers.
kasi most of them kasi they need to be paid, parang
Yes.
ganon. So parang kahit hindi masarap yung food mo because there's a certain
ang sarap, ganun na lang.
na parang ang sarap, yung ganon.
Kasi bayad.
Yes,
Yeah.
oo, parang ganon. Hindi ako masyadong nag-rely din sa social media. But I must admit na sobrang laking impact talaga nung interview ni Julius Babao sa akin. Because up to this day, meron pa rin nagsasabi sa akin na napanood kasi namin yung vlog ni Julius sa Babao about you, kaya ilang months ago na yon, pero meron pa rin nagsasabi sa akin na you know what, we just came from the airport, I watched kasi your interview with Julius Babao, so sabi ko sa sister ko, dalhin ako dito from the airport. Yung mga ganon. So, I must admit, Julius Babao talaga sobrang laki ng impact din sa akin nun.
Actually, when I searched about Cocina Estefania, yun, interview niya talaga with
Yes.
Sir Julius Babao yung unang lumabas.
Yep.
And grabe ang daming views.
Sobrang nga.
And doon talaga nakalala si Cocina Estefania.
Sabi nga niya sa akin one of the highest viewed interview nga daw niya.
Since we're a creative studio, we work with a lot of food businesses. From food photography, videography, to posters and social media advertising. Given how competitive the food industry is today, paano nyo mas napapatibay ang brand visibility ni Cocina?
If you notice, if you pass by Aguirre, Cocina Estefania is one of the biggest signage. Actually, overkill nga yung signage namin. Meron din kaming roadside signage na syempre si Pixelo pang nag-take ng picture ng paella
Wow.
sa one side and then Kalyos on the other side. Very visible kasi yung signage namin. I think it's more of that plus yun word of mouth talaga na parang just before I came here, may customer, sabi niya sa akin, you know what, we're the friends of ganito, ganyan. Sabi niya sa amin, kumain kami dito kasi sobrang sarap daw, she's always here, ganyan, ganyan. So, sabi niya, we'd like to hold our meeting here. So, puro ganon. I'm very thankful, kasi I'm sure Bong knows this, sa Aguirre and President's Avenue, this past few months, ang dami nang nagsarang restaurant. Big names. Big named restaurants na nagsara. And, you know, it just kind of makes me feel so grateful na despite of the big named restaurants closing down, eto, nagtathrive pa rin kami. We're still there.
And binabalikan.
Yes, we have reservations. March tayo ngayon. We have reservations till April. We have reservations already for May. Yung ganyan. So, grateful for that.
Chef Tanya, building a brand is more than just the product. How did the creative studio help you create a brand identity for Cocina Estefania?
Number one, it was the quality of the food pictures na kinuha nila. Okay? It helps a lot kasi. When your pictures look as good as they are
In person.
on the table or in person, that matters a lot kasi. So that's why yung roadside signage namin, we made sure na nilagay namin yung food pictures. We put paella on the one side and then Kalyos on the other side. Ang ano namin is what you see on the picture, yun talaga mismo yung isi-serve namin. It's not na yung picture namin one whole chicken tapos pag serve namin sa'yo half lang. No, it's not that. It's what you see is what you get.
What you see is what you get. Alright. Actually, sobrang crucial ng food photography or videography sa part naman namin creative team dito sa Pixel of Creative kasi pag nag-shoot kami ng food, minsan mabilis malanta yung gulay, minsan maya-maya iwanan mo lang nagbabubbles na. Kapag apple naman yung sinushoot namin, nangingitim na yung mga props namin. So, ayun, nung time kay Sir Bong, naging smooth naman yung shoot.
Yes, oo.
Okay.
Very kasi, between Bong and si Mike, sobrang OC nila, kaya tumagal yung shoot namin. Pero dahil sa sobrang OC lang nila. But other than that, wala naman naging problem.
Food kasi it has to be perfect.
Yes.
Pero, yun nga, tama si Miss Tanya. Dapat kung ano yung makikita mo sa picture, yun din yung makikita ng customer sa table.
Yes, that matters a lot kasi talaga kung ano yung nakikita
It
nila.
also build a sense of trust kasi between you and sa customer.
True. I
Perfect.
agree.
So, alam naman natin na hindi madali ang food business. Lalo kayo, na sinabi nyo nga kanina, sobrang hands-on nyo. And bihira lang talaga yung hindi ka makikita din sa Cocina Estefania. How do you handle the challenges that come with running a restaurant? Or if you want, you can share some of the challenges that Cocina Estefania faced.
Okay. So sobrang hands-on ko kasi and because I make sure that the quality of food na siniserve, our prices kasi are not expensive. Okay? Very competitive yung prices namin. Okay? One serving of Kalyos is like 390 pesos, but it's good for two.
Wow!
Okay. Same with the lengua, it's 540 pesos per order, but it's good for two. Sometimes kung hindi naman ganun kalakas kumain, like yung mga senior, hindi naman sila sobrang lakas kumain, minsan nagiging good for three pa. So to maintain that, even yung marketing, yung pagpalengke, pag-choose nung hipon and baby squid and all that, ako yun.
Wow.
So, I wake up every morning at 6 o'clock. At 6:30, I'm out kasi I have to go to the supplier para tignan yung quality ng shrimp. Kasi I don't store shrimp sa freezer. My gambas is fresh every day. The gambas that we serve is fresh every day. Same with the baby squid, it's fresh every day. And same with the salpicao. The beef tenderloin that we use is fresh every day. So, yun, ako yung namimili nun every morning. I deliver it to the store before I fix myself up for the day. In store naman, when I'm in the store already, the supplies that we need, ako rin yon. Kasi I make sure that pantay-pantay or pare-pareho yung ingredients na gagamitin namin all throughout. So even the inventory of the dry goods or the olives, and ako lahat yon. Some challenges that you face lang naman, like owning a restaurant, is when your number one, when your supplier minsan nadidelay ng delivery.
Yes.
So, you have to act quick. You have to think quick na, okay, you need to do something para ma-cover up yun, ma-compensate yun, especially kung may order, tas naubusan ka. So,
yes.
you have to act quickly. Plus, of course, handling people. Yun, medyo ano din yun.
Sa customer.
Yeah, customer and your staff.
Okay.
Oo.
Alright.
Kasi you have to make sure that your staff attends to the every need of the customer. Diba?
Yes.
Kailangan kasi every need of the customer is met.
Yes.
So, yun. And yun, even that, I make sure I oversee that. Na pag may nakikita akong table, tas hindi, so matik yun, tatakbo ako ng kitchen, labas, kasi may customer na may kailangan. Kasi kahit may kinukuha sila sa kitchen for an order of another table. So, those are some challenges na kailangan mong harapin. But it matters a lot na hands-on kasi yung owner.
Exactly.
It
Sasabihin
matters
ko
a
pa lang
lot talaga.
sana.
Yes. It matters a lot na nandiyan ka, nakikita mo. Kasi kung meron naman concern yung customer, maa-address niya agad
Yes.
sa'yo. Diba? But there are times talaga na you cannot please everyone. Especially when it's peak season like Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day. Meron at meron, like full house ka, punong-puno ka, meron at meron talagang may magko-complain, may kahit na nabanggit mo na sa kanila na mag-walk-in, sorry po, pero 30 to 45 minutes po tayo ngayon sa kitchen.
Full
kasi
kasi.
full, yung ganyan. Meron at meron pa rin magko-complain despite the effort that you try to do. But again, that's human nature. You cannot please everyone, di ba? So, ang sa akin, 1 complaint out of 10 customers, okay na yun.
Okay.
Wag lang maging 10
10
over 10.
yeah.
That's kind of okay. I failed here, di ba? Yung
Yeah.
ganun. But 1 over 10, 2 over 10, that's okay.
That's normal din.
Yes.
naman kasi.
At normal
sa
naman
amin,
kahit
yeah,
saan.
Kahit anong business.
Kahit saan.
And ang pinaka-importante kasi nandun ka.
Yes.
As an
Yes.
owner.
Oo, andun naman ako.
Kapag nag-visit kayo sa Kusina Estefania, meron kayong bonus na Chef Tanya. Ayun. So, kailan mo ito, ang ganda ng question na to. Kailan mo masasabi na successful na ang business mo? And gaano na ba katagal si Kusina Estefania?
Okay, Kusina Estefania will be 2 years in July. So, hindi ko naman sasabihin na sobrang successful
Yes.
ni Kusina, okay? I will not say that. But, the mere fact that hindi na namin kailangan maglabas ng money from our pockets to run Kusina Estefania, okay na ako doon. Masaya na ako doon. We get to pay the bills, the
Staff.
salaries, the service charge kasi goes to the staff, and then the inventory is complete naman. Nasa-serve naman namin lahat ng nasa menu namin. That's more than enough for
Ang
me,
ganda
diba?
nun. Yeah.
Oo.
Contentment.
Yes,
As long
oo.
as nasustain na.
Yes, as long as pag humingi ka sa amin ng, meron ba kayong ganito? Yes po. Meron ba kayong ganito? Kasi, I will call myself a failure if you come to Kusina Estefania and you ask the waiter if we have available to. Hindi po eh. Available to, hindi po eh. When you have like 4 or 5 items not available, parang failure na yun on the part of the owner. Kasi, like, wala naman tayong food na extraordinary na hindi natin masuserve,
Yes.
di ba? So, I will find myself a failure if you come to my restaurant and you tell me na, or you order gambas and my waiter says, wala po kaming gambas. You order salpikaw and my waiter says, wala po kaming salpikaw. So parang out of stock po. Parang,
Pero nangyari na yun?
no.
Oh.
Never.
Ah.
Mangyayari lang yon siguro. Nangyayari lang yon if it's like gabi na. Gabi na, tapos peak season. Like,
Ubus na.
let's say it's Valentine's or it's Father's Day, Mother's Day. But, that happened only to me once kasi parang Father's Day yon. Tapos gabi na. Parang 8:30 na ng gabi. So talagang we ran out na of salpikaw. But it'll never happen na wala na kami salpikaw, wala pa kaming gambas. No. That's not gonna happen. Either one of the two lang yan. Kasi yan yung yan yung staple food na tapas talaga na in-order talagang appetizer. But now that we're running 2 years na, so medyo gamay na namin. So it never happens anymore now.
Nakakatuwa, no? Kasi, yung isa sa mga advantages niyan, kapag may dumayo talaga sa malayong lugar, kasi nangyari na yan sa amin eh. Like, dumayo kami sa ganito, then nag-order. Yun yung kinikrave mo. Then yun yung specialty ng restaurant na yun. Tapos wala. Yeah.
Yes.
So, sa Kusina Estefania, Chef Tanya can make sure.
Yes. Oo. I'll make sure na pag meron talaga. Yes.
Ang ganda rin ng sinabi niya na yun yung basehan mo para matawag mo na successful na si Kusina Estefania. Kasi if you are really passionate about your craft, yes, nagmamatter yung money. Pero yung contentment kasi na, okay, nakaka-serve ka ng ganito, yung craft mo na family business, na family recipe is nasa-serve mo sa mga tao, and nagugustuhan ng mga tao, may mga dumadayo, may mga chef na nagtitry, na-invite ka sa mga ganitong interview kasi they want to know more about Kusina Estefania. That's the real definition of success, no?
Yes. And isa pa, I would also define success like, kasi we hold events in Kusina. Birthdays, anniversaries. Yesterday, we had baptism, yung ganyan. I would say, kasi success naman doesn't necessarily mean na marami kang branches.
Yes.
Diba? Marami kang branches, marami kang tao, yung ganon. Hindi yun yung basehan ng success. Kasi marami naman tayong big name food dito na ang daming branches pero nagsasara. Diba? Yung ganyan. So, sa akin, one rin ng success is when you hold an event inside Kusina Estefania, I make sure kasi na even yung buffet table, ako yun eh. Ako yung gumagawa nun.
Ay,
okay?
nakakatuwa naman.
Hindi lang yung, kasi titikman ko lahat ng luto sa kitchen or ako mismo magluluto sa kitchen for that event. But even the arrangement of the buffet table, the arrangement of the table decor, yung positioning ng balloons or whatever, ako lahat yun. I make sure na nandyan ako to make sure, para makita ko kung paano nila gawin. So, one of my level of success also na masasabi ko is when ikaw ang nagpa-event sa akin, and then the next day after the event, you message me and say, Chef, thank you so much for yesterday. Everybody had so much fun. Everybody was so happy, ganyan. So, yun na yun sa akin, okay na ako dun.
That was the best feeling kahit
Yes,
kahit sa anong business. Yung na-appreciate ng mga tao yung craft mo. Kahit kami, as an creative agency or studio, syempre hindi naman natin may iwasan na mag-fail tayo minsan. May mga lapses tayo, may hindi tayo na provide. Pero, everyday naman, alam naman natin na ginagawa natin yung best natin, lalo na sa business, di ba? Alright, so last question. Chef Tanya, what are your advices sa mga taong gustong pasukin ang mundo ng food business?
Hindi madali ang food business because you have to make sure that everything is fresh. Yung sa, especially, one of the challenges talaga ng food business is vegetables. You know, yung you cannot store vegetables kasi mas magkakaroon talaga ng spoilage talaga yan. So, knowing how to cook or being a foodie is not enough kasi to open up a food business. You need to be passionate talaga about the food. You have to be passionate about your menu. You have to be passionate about customer service.
Correct.
You have to be passionate about the environment, yung comfort ng customer mo pag kumakain sila, you know. Pag pumasok ka nga sa kusina, Stefania, makikita mo nga medyo overkill din yung aircons namin. We have 2 5-tonners for the iba pa yung aircon ng VIP room, iba pa yung only because we want our customers to yung relax, yung minsan nga may ibang customer, ang lamig, yung ganon. So, parang, mas okay na kumain tayo ng malamig kasi kumakain tayo, tapos pawis-pawis na pinapawisan tayo kasi nagtitipid sa aircon, no? Yung ganon. So, maraming factors na kailangan intindihin in entering a food business. Iba kasi pag franchise, right?
Yes.
Kasi
yes,
pag franchise ang binili mo, you have to adapt to the terms and regulations of that franchise.
May
right?
structure na.
May structure yon. But if you're entering a food business and you're carrying your own brand, so mas maraming challenges yon. But again, the very core of entering food business is passion. You have to have passion. Kasi kung e-enter ka ng food business and then you will just rely on the chef na kukunin mo, it's hindi. Kasi kung wala kang idea about the costing of this, the costing of that, how would you cost kung magkano yung totoong presyo nito ng food mo kung wala kang idea? So, it's either you're underpriced or you're overpriced kung hindi ka hands-on.
Yes.
Diba? So, it has to have talaga number 1, passion. Number 2, determination. Number 3, hard work. And number 4, focus.
Focus. Ang ganda ng focus talaga.
Focus.
Kasi hands-on ka eh. So, meron ka talagang karapatan na sabihin na need ng focus. Kasi as an owner of Cocina Estefania, ikaw yung namimili, ikaw yung overlook ng mga ng restaurant. Alright. So, I think that's a wrap for our interview. And if you want to invite them to visit Cocina, ayan, please invite everyone to visit Cocina Estefania for those who are interested in booking a table.
Yes. First, I'd like to say thank you, Pixaloop. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm so happy I did this interview with you guys. Bong, thank you. Ari, thank you so much. Cocina Estefania is located at 241 Aguirre Street, BF Homes. If you'd like to visit us, kahit mahirap pumasok sa gate po ng BF Homes, pwede nyo pong pagtsagaan. We would love to have all of you in Cocina. And we hold all kinds of events, birthday, anniversary, Christmas parties, any kind of party we hold po. We have our house DJ. We have our own balloon setup. We have anything you request. We have. We also do outside catering. Actually, just a few weeks ago, na challenge na naman kami. We were asked to the whole package for a school reunion.
Wow!
It was done outside. So, when we say the whole package, it was like, we have our own photo booth also, and videographer and all that stuff. So, we did everything from the stage setup to, so it was, how can I say? It was a challenge unlocked for Cocina Estefania. So, yun, we do everything, guys. So, if you'd like to book events or if you'd like us to cater for you, we're also available for that. And you can call 0917-630-2453 for any information. Thank you.
And that's a wrap for our very first episode with Chef Tanya Montenegro. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
so much. Thank
Miss
you.
Tanya. Bye!